What's up guys, WWE Stage Creator back in with another video. Today I'll be giving you my review of WWE Super ShowDown 2020. What the Okay, so going into this show, I wasn't really that hyped up about it. Had a few good matches I was looking forward to, like the Fiend versus Goldberg and Brock versus Ricochet, which I did figure matches of those. And I thought I did a better Brock Ricochet match, and we'll get into this later, but yeah, this show actually exceeded my expectations. It did pretty well. There were a couple filler matches on the show, which we'll talk about, but pretty good show overall. Let's get into it with the first match. We're not going to talk about the kickoff show, but the first match on the show was the gauntlet match for the Tawake Trophy. So the gauntlet match started out with R-Truth and Bobby Lashley, and R-Truth had a really great run in this match. He rolled up Bobby Lashley, beat him. Lashley beat him up after the match, and then R-Truth faced the returning United States champion Andrade. He beat him, they like clashed heads, and then he fell on top of Andrade and pinned him, and then R-Truth beat Rowan by disqualification because he knocked over the cage, and then Rowan used the steel steps. So they were given a really good push to R-Truth in this match. The reason being was because there's a WWE 24 special of him being released after the show. So that was the reason why they made him look so good. So you'd go watch that WWE 24 special. Then AJ Styles came out, beat him, and then AJ was waiting for the next opponent, Rey Mysterio, but the OC beat up Rey Mysterio backstage, and then AJ Styles wanted to win by forfeit, but out came The Undertaker. And yeah, it was rumored that The Undertaker would face AJ Styles at WrestleMania for weeks, and it looks like we are setting up to that. So Undertaker came out, replaced Rey Mysterio, beat up the OC, and then he just beat AJ Styles with a massive chokeslam. Looked pretty devastating, but still one chokeslam. I know that is a bit ridiculous, but it's because they want to save the match for WrestleMania. So Undertaker beats AJ Styles, wins the Tawake Trophy, and setting up a WrestleMania match. Next match was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, and The Miz and John Morrison won the match as I predicted. I did my predictions on Instagram, and I predicted these two to win, and they won by Morrison used a steel chair when the referee wasn't looking, and then Miz rolled up Kofi Kingston. They are your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Awesome. I'm glad they're champions. The next match was Humberto Carrillo versus Angel Garza. Don't have figures of them. It was a decent match. Garza beat Humberto with a roll-up. A lot of roll-ups on this show tonight. But yeah, Angel Garza wins. It's whatever. Next match was the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy defending the championships against the Street Profits. Decent match. Murphy and Rollins retained the championships as I expected. Not much to say here. Then we had Mansoor versus Dolph Ziggler, and this was basically so Mansoor could have a victory in his hometown, and yeah, it's whatever. Dolph Ziggler loses to Mansoor. Doesn't really matter because whenever Mansoor's in Saudi Arabia, he has superpowers or something, so it's fine. Don't really care that Dolph Ziggler lost, even though I really like Ziggler. It's whatever, nobody's gonna remember it. Next match was the WWE Championship match, Brock Lesnar versus Ricochet, and this was a squash. Now, my figure match, I had it like way more competitive and just fun, but this match, like, Brock just destroyed Ricochet. Ricochet had nothing. Brock just destroyed him. 1 at 5, that's it. You know, I should have expected that, and yeah, it's whatever. Ricochet, he's not going to last long against Lesnar anyway, but it would have been a bit more fun if they made it more competitive. Maybe Brock doesn't really like or care for Ricochet, so he didn't want to do much with him, or maybe that's just how it's supposed to go. But Brock retains. Obviously, Brock was going to retain and verse Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Then we had a steel cage match, the final match of this feud, Roman Reigns versus King Corbin. Roman Reigns picked up the win in a decent steel cage match. He brought a chain down to the ring with him, and he wrapped it around his fist and hit a Superman punch and beat Corbin with a Superman punch. And yeah, decent match. I'm glad this feud is over. I expect Roman Reigns to have a pretty big match at WrestleMania. Not sure what Corbin will do, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But definitely Roman Reigns will be in a major match, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Next up, we had the first ever Women's Championship match In Saudi Arabia, we had Bayley versus Naomi, and Bayley picked up the win, and she trapped Naomi's feet inside her t-shirt that she was wearing and then hit her finisher. I don't know what to call it, but she hit her finisher and then Bayley retains. Expected her to retain. I think Naomi will win the championship at WrestleMania or something, unless they want to do something with Bayley and Sasha Banks. But the next match, the thing you want me to talk about, is Goldberg versus The Fiend. Now, there were rumors about the championship picture and stuff about Goldberg, Fiend, Roman Reigns, and John Cena. The matches changed for that, and I didn't really believe it, but it looks like that's happened. And man, The Fiend, he should have lost. He should have had his first loss at WrestleMania, honestly. But, I mean, he lost to Goldberg. I don't know. I don't really agree with it, but you know, it was cool, it was surprising, but Goldberg, like, they were kind of booing him too. Like, I don't know, Goldberg winning the championship, I think he'll face Cena or Roman Reigns, probably Roman Reigns, and then Cena versus The Fiend, considering the history Fiend and Cena have, but it was supposed to be Fiend versus Roman Reigns. But yeah, what the hell. Goldberg wins the championship. Seriously, I think Goldberg needs to retire. I mean, as a kid, I was a huge fan of Goldberg, but man, like, come on, he does not need to be doing this stuff today. And yeah, Goldberg is the new Universal Champion. The Fiend kind of got buried there. Like, he stood up after the match. Goldberg's on the ropes with the championship, and The Fiend just, like, the lights go out and he disappears. Like, I'm a big fan of The Fiend. I guess, like, the whole winning thing all the time, some people got sick of. A lot of you told me, oh, Goldberg's gonna win, Goldberg's gonna win. No way. Fiend's gonna beat Goldberg. I should have listened, but like the way they were building up Fiend and Fiend versus Roman Reigns is what I had in mind for WrestleMania. That's what I thought was gonna go down, but obviously not. Goldberg is your new Universal Champion. Let me know down below, what do you want to see? Would you rather see Goldberg versus John Cena at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship, or would you rather see Goldberg versus Roman Reigns? Comment down below, let me know. But yeah, I don't know, let me know what you think about this. Are you happy that Goldberg is the champion? What do you think about The Fiend losing? Let me know down below. I want to hear what you thought of that. And what were your thoughts on the show? Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like this video. Comment down below all your thoughts and opinions on Super Showdown 2020. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys on the next video.